live. There we go.
Awesome. Good to be live.
Remember when I used to the show? What used to be live?
There we go. Okay,
But
now it popped up.
you don't remember what that's from?
Yeah, but it's glory.
Oh, okay, that was pretty good.
I
Pretty
did not
good.
know that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, guys, how's it going? How's your night? Miguel Rodriguez here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen on this Thursday evening as football gets started. You got the team versus the other team, and none of it really matters because my fantasy team is losing, or at least projected to lose now. Tim, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
It's
Which
Raiders. Chiefs.
I don't care about either of those teams right now. I
Okay.
care about Mahomes, sure, but I'm very disappointed that I went from possibly winning by 5 to most likely losing by 12.
Nice.
That was like not the bee's knees. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of all that. But it doesn't matter because there's still a lot of football to play. Those projections, they're neither here nor there. They're over there somewhere. Tim, how's your team doing? Have you got a chance to check it out yet? Is anyone playing for you? I know I have at least one tonight, but that's only the start of it. It's really only the start. Tonight, smoking the League of Assassins, which is our own pariah cigar, and that is going to be our Sumatra over a Dominican binder with Dominican, African Cameroon, and U.S. Pennsylvania Ligero fillers. There's a 3-country blend or under an amazing wrapper, guys. If you want to get a hold of those, now it is the time. We will be going into detail on why now is the time in just a moment after we get some sharing done and let some people tune in. If you are watching the game tonight, who are you going for? Neither choice is right. I'll tell you right now. If they could both lose, I would appreciate that somehow. But I don't think that's how football works. Football is one of the most capitalist sports in the world. Okay, there's no tying. There's only winning. Mark, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Have 18 points so far. Not bad. That's a good start to the season right there. What do you call it? I'm gonna go ahead and make sure mine is up and running. There
That's
we
really
are.
good, actually.
Already into the second half, right?
Almost the fourth quarter.
Almost the fourth quarter. Jeez, okay. Time did this game start? Oh, it starts at 5, right?
I think 5:30.
5:30. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense actually. Either way, good. Yeah, good on you, brother. There's still a lot of football to play for this first week of the season. Walter, how you doing? Good to see you. Going to go ahead and do a little sharing myself. Hit that share button a couple of times. If you would be so kind and do us a favor and share, it would also show our sponsors, as you can see on the screen, that you really appreciate that. Well, Kiki Momo, Family by Loyalty, Apostate, Artista, Somme, Artisanal Little Tobacco, and GTO Cigars. And of course, a good shout out to our buddies over at Sinistro and JC Newman. Help us keep the show going, help us do what we do wherever we might do it from. And that obviously tonight is another huge help to the show. Culebra's Lounge, 24-hour access, members only. You get your code, come in whenever you want, watch some TV, sit in the AC when it's hot, even though it should be cooling down. Have yourself a drink. I am doing that tonight. Boom, little tequila on ice. Threw it in the freezer even. Oh my goodness, that is good. That is really nice right there. That is a Kirkland brand tequila. I believe that is the silver. No, it might be the Reposado. I should check that out. It definitely tastes a lot more aged than a silver. The bite is not quite there, but that could also just because it's cold. No matter what alcohol you're talking about, the more ice, the more you lower that temperature, the bite is going to decrease. Just how science works, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any other real explanation to that. When you have something cold, it mutes the flavors, and in this case, it mutes that bite. But for my own personal preference, tequila and cigars, it's always a win. It's always a good combo.
A lot more groups than I remember.
Christina, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. There should be a lot more groups. I mean, the group number is increasing every day. I think Facebook is become stagnant as far as how many people are joining. I think they're talking about, oh man, it's not as viable as it used to be. Da 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 da. That is untrue. It's still probably the most used social media platform there is, and it is for good reasons. There's quite a few options on there. You still have your video, your live, your Facebook groups, But if you guys use one more than the others, which one would that be? Because Instagram, they have Threads now. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
It's like the X equivalent for Meta, because Meta is trying their best to corner the market, and they do a very good job of that. There was actually a video I watched not too long ago on why you haven't seen as many disruptor sites pop up as much. Like I think Snapchat and TikTok were the last ones that really took a big portion of the market. And if you noticed, Instagram was on that list before them, and that is bought by Meta, by Facebook. And that's because Meta and Facebook, Zuckerberg, and that whole cabal of evil geniuses over there of the social media world are buying up these smaller companies that they see the potential to be disruptors. And instead of letting them disrupt, they buy them, let them do their thing, but now they're doing their thing under the flagship. So everyone, they get paid for their idea.
Mm-hmm.
Meta keeps getting paid for running the ship.
Yep.
And I think everyone kind of wins in a sense.
In the end, I think so.
But at the same time, it also means we have less choices.
All right.
It's like Fanta's its own thing now. That used to be a Coca-Cola brand.
Mm-hmm.
But when you had that illusion of choice, do I want the orange sugary drink or do I want the dark brown sugary drink?
As a kid, I did. Maybe some of you guys realize this too. I did notice certain restaurants only had certain beverages. Like if they had Coke and Mr. Pibb and 7-Up, they wouldn't have Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, or Sprite, kind of a thing. And, but this restaurant does, so this restaurant doesn't.
Yep.
So that's what I noticed as a kid.
That is 100% true. Yeah, you had A&W, which obviously carried A&W root beer. I think it was a Pepsi product place too. I don't remember if I'm right or wrong on that. We didn't really have an A&W on there, but you still needed a Pepsi or cola,
right?
Because you can't survive off root beer alone. It's one of those ancient Tibetan wisdom pieces, much like does the bear shit in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out yes they do. But they're still ashamed of it because they're not the Charmin bear and they can't wipe themselves. Is what it is. But no, I don't think any restaurant should just have root beer.
No,
I know that sounds weird because who cares? It's their restaurant. They have whatever drinks they want. But this is America, all right? I'm sitting here in a land of free, and I should be free to drink a different type of soft drink.
Absolutely.
Choices make this country great.
Guys, I am also smoking the League of Assassins, our Sumatra Wrap cigar. Fantastic cigar, in my opinion. And the reason is we have a goal to meet you guys, and we need your help to do it. If you guys are ever going to want to buy some of our cigars, now is the time, you guys. We have a goal we need to reach by the end of the month, and we need your help to do it. If you're not able to buy any cigars, when the post goes up, please share the post with other pages and your friends. That way, if they're in the market for some cigars, they want to try them. We really need your help, you guys. We have a goal to reach. We need to make it by the end of the month, and it is very important to us. It's got some big implications. So help us out if you can, or help us share it if you can.
100%. The more the word gets out there, the much better it is. Do you want to go ahead and share the deal while we're live, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys. So in front of me, obviously it's the tequila, but there's also a pack right here of Lucky You, Trust the Process, of course, League of Assassins, and the Hecho en las Calles, the Made in the Streets right there. 4 or 5 packs, 20 cigars, $100 shipped to you wherever you might be in the U.S.
Yes.
If you are outside, we can take care of you, but it will be different pricing because we need to accommodate for further shipping. But that is $5 a stick, 5 of each of our core line. That is not including, unfortunately, the California Dreamin' Volume 2, because we do not have enough to add into this deal like that, but there are still some available. But we need to make sure those get the love they deserve. So they are not on this particular deal, but that's still 4 core lines, 4 different wrappers, 5 cigars of each. Share with your buddies, use them as bartering tools when you got a couple extra Sumatras now, and someone's got that Habano you really want. Trade. I think it's a good bartering tool.
Definitely.
You can use them as gifts. Give a buddy a 4-pack, and you get to keep 16-pack for yourself. It's that guest bindle of cigars, which I still think we should have made that for a Christmas deal or something. The guest bindle.
So yeah, you guys are able to help us out, buy a set or 2. fantastic. Thank you so much. For night 02, not to worry. Just please do us a favor and share the post when it goes up with your friends and on Facebook. Repost it to Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and help us reach our goal, you guys.
Everywhere we can get it to will be a huge help. Actual goal and whatnot will be on the post. Don't worry about that right this second. Just the more, the better. The more people that see it, the better option it is for us. The better chances, and you're gonna want what's coming up. All right, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's as much as I'm gonna share. The rest of the cards are against the chest.
A good way to put it. I like that. All right, you guys. So moving on, we'll bring up the deal again for those of you that are for those people that jump on later. The Continental.
Yes, by that, not the breakfast.
Not the breakfast. The hotel from the John Wick movies has its own series on Peacock, which has been out for a little while now, but I hadn't really given it much thought to watching it until you put it on last night over here at the club, and I gotta say, from the very opening scene, I was hooked.
Right? I mean, I'm for you. I mean, they kept calling your name the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the heck? Like Frankie, or you gotta get in on this because apparently you're a very important character. You're just killing everyone. That's as much detail as you can give. Of course, that happened in the first like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's not really giving anything away. I don't think.
Right.
I think that's totally
opening scene.
Right away, which was awesome. Exactly what you would expect from a John Wick inspired or John Wick world building series.
Right.
What's concerning me though is that I could have swore this came out a little while ago, maybe before Part 4 came out, and there's only 3 episodes on Peacock.
Really?
Yeah. When I looked, because when we saw the shows, and I thought that was on the wrong episode.
Yeah.
Went back and like, okay, no, we're on 3. 3 is the last one on there right now.
Interesting. I didn't even notice that. Okay.
So I'm hoping that maybe we were wrong about when it was released, and maybe they're just doing one, weekly? Yeah, maybe weekly, or they're just doing a short series because it seems like they're putting a lot into each episode. It's an hour and like 10 minutes an episode.
They're long episodes, even on Peacock.
So that means I think they could do a 6 episode series, and you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck still. Versus Killing It is also on Peacock, and there's I think 12 episodes a season there, but they're 30 minutes.
What if you don't get 1 episode a month? 12 episodes.
I don't like it. That's too far apart. That's House of the Dragon slow level. This last season, people were not happy about.
No, God, no.
George R.R. Martin said he wasn't happy about it.
Well, they changed. Shut up. He sold his rights, so he's done.
He's on as a, what do you call it?
Doesn't matter.
He's getting paid.
Control.
He's getting paid for that,
but
for his opinion.
Control.
But if you get paid for your opinion, use the opinion. That's like if you hired the Hamburglar to tell you how to steal hamburgers, and then you don't listen to his plan to steal the hamburgers.
Well, if I hired a Hamburglar to show me how it would, but I didn't hire whatever his name is to direct or input. He was a producer. Let him. He's money to put into the show.
He was hired as an advisor. It's one of his credits.
I know.
Well, they maybe should have listened to him because people weren't happy about it. Slow as shit.
I told you I thought it was going to be too.
It was terrible. It was a terrible season of slowness.
It wasn't terrible. I like some pieces here. There was a few good battles. The Dragons fight was pretty cool.
That was cool. I will give you that. I wish they would have shown the actual invasion of the castle. But once the wall went down, when the thing fell on it, the dragon, I forget which one, I forget the name of it, Sea Spirit or something. I don't know. Either way, dead dragon falls on a wall goes away. Okay? That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And I don't make up dragon physics. I can't explain that because they're big, yeah, but it's still like falling on a giant rock. The rock wouldn't just break.
No.
So, whatever. It was still awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. It was awesome to watch. Now, we have to wait. It's just a year this time, right? It's not the 2 year like last time.
I think it's 2026.
So terrible. At least if you are as impatient as I am, you can go on YouTube and they will give you a gist of what could happen or what happens in the books. But a lot of it has changed. They have combined characters. They've kind of cut certain storylines just to kind of streamline it on screen. Because if you were to read A Feast for Crows, and I think it's, what are the 2 books? A Feast for Crows and A Storm of Swords, I think, are the 2 that happen at the same time. It's 2 books. They're not. I think it was a desk of cheese, but they are not sequels to each other. They are running concurrently. Or so that's two books at the same time.
Yeah.
But there's just so much information he wanted to add that he wrote both to line up with each other.
Interesting.
So the delicious hands and pieces of man. Oh, look at this, Daddy. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Absolutely.
I did see him on a post for Artista earlier today, smoking a follow.
Ooh, so you had a good day then.
Fantastic cigar.
Yeah, you just can't do much better than that right there. Delicious stuff. Their whole core line is 100% thumbs up in my book.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You need something like that. Harvest is wonderful. Mm-hmm. The midnight. You know what? I can't pick. I think you say you're more a follow fan, right?
Yes.
I don't know which one I prefer because they both have a good amount of strength to them. The flavors are on point. I've never had any burn issues on either end.
That's an interesting fact you bring up there. You guys know what kind of cigars I like. You know what cigars I talk about a lot, besides our own, of course. And Artisa's by far, all the way down to the Paper Boys and the Buffalo 10s.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely, and I mean rarely, have ever had any construction issues.
Yeah, it's true. It's just well constructed, well rolled. They're great cigars. And like you said, even down to the Paperboy, which is a short fill, short smokes guys. I mean, you're looking at 20 to 30 minutes tops.
Yeah, I think we chose well when we chose a factory to make our cigars as well.
Yeah, you got to go with your cousin. I mean, that's just hard not to. It's either them or we got to go over to Oscar.
Yeah.
And then if not, I guess Drew State or Bug what do you call it? Ricky. God, there's a lot of really good Rodriguez's in the industry. It's an embarrassment of riches of Rodriguez's.
You're welcome.
There's a lot of R's in that sentence, but it's also true. So what are you gonna do about it? All right,
do something.
Well, I still want that picture.
I know.
We got to get every Rodriguez we can.
Sticker.
You think we could do that?
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty big sticker.
You have to make. You make the picture a bit smaller, and then you have all the brands on top. I think would work.
Ooh, okay, that'd be pretty cool. I would want everyone to line up like they did for Blood In Blood Out, though.
Yeah.
I think we have more people than in that particular picture, but we can make it look similar.
Very similar.
So we need a chain link fence, and we need a bunch of white T-shirts and blue overshirt. I think it was.
Yep.
That old San Quentin look. I think that would work. I think that'd be an awesome fucking picture. Oh my gosh, the ideas are rolling right now, guys.
Yeah,
I wish I could write that down right now. I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna save it in the brain box. Back to the Continental for a moment. Going into episode 3, a lot of violence, a lot of characters that we have recognized and that I didn't put together until you explained it.
Mm-hmm.
One spoiler I'll give away: the cleaner.
Yes,
Charlie. Not quite his crew that we see in
no.
I think it's the first one. I don't know. I think he might have been in part 2 as well, but I don't think he's past that.
Don't remember in part 2 exactly, like number 1 for sure.
Just gotta say, doing who we are 100%. That's exactly what we do. I just go into most places and I tell them that, and for the most part, it works. Oddly enough, I went into a dentist the other day and asked for a haircut. They just told me who we are, and it's not a good haircut, mind you, but it did happen. So just let it happen. Jesus Christ! Sorry, no, that was dumb. That was really dumb. I'm sorry. Can't believe I even said that. I'm loving what they are doing as far as it is its own standalone thing,
yes.
But it fills details of the John Wick universe that I really like. Actually, they're doing better than when they first started trying to do the MCU TV shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and even the connections.
I was bummed that Inhumans got canceled. I was enjoying Inhumans.
Well, it seemed like it was okay. It wasn't for me, but people seem to like it, so cool. But even the connections to Daredevil, or I think Luke Cage was the next one after that, as far as standalones, they didn't connect to the MCU very well. They just kind of like mentioned, oh, that incident that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, the big green guy. the John Wick series and Continental line up so well because they actually do connect. You see the lines directly. It's basically a prequel, and it's really nice to see that. Really do love that.
Well, I think for that, the fact that there are a lot less main characters needed to be portrayed in the Continental and John Wick, I think that has a lot to do with it. Because I mean, you got obviously Winston.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, I'll let my cigar go out. Keep on. No, sorry. Keep on.
You know that's gonna be the story of Winston. So you're gonna have to see his concierge come in. Eventually, I think they're gonna show John Wick.
You think John's gonna hop
I
in?
think he's gonna hop in.
They did
not like being a full season, but like series finale. He comes to Continental for the first time as a young assassin.
You're talking like Luke Skywalker did in Mandalorian.
Yeah,
that I'm on board for that.
So there's a lot less main characters that you need. We have a adjudicator in this series.
Yep.
So maybe you'll see how they transition from this one to the next one. And maybe something happens to this one, so they have to find the next one, which is that one from John Wick.
Interesting.
See how some of the people got their seats on the high table, but again, you never saw them in the first one, other than a couple of the people at the high table. So, they can just plug in whoever they want. Whereas, the Avengers or the Marvel universe, you have the Avengers, they get in with the X-Men, Miss Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, you got the Fantastic Four coming up.
Midnight Suns apparently is a thing.
Yeah, you have a lot more people and a lot more teams that have to come together. It's a lot harder. And then the Defenders, obviously.
Which I loved. I actually really liked that series. I don't care if people didn't like Iron Fist. I thought he did just fine. One day I hope to achieve that level of success. I'm past the who level. Now at the oh yeah level. Hey, bro, you're on there, all right? Don't even worry about that. Ooh, there we go. Burn. Tom, how you doing? Checking in over on that YouTube. I'm going to put that on screen real quick so you guys can see. For those who are not the biggest Facebook fans for whatever reason, totally understandable. But if you want, excuse me, a little tobacco on the lip. You can check it out over on the YouTube channel. It's on the Bakersfield Gentleman. There's a little delay, but you shouldn't have to worry about that right now. Not an issue. And we are still looking for that third heat of a site to use. Twitch just seems like it would be focus-centric on Twitch at that point, which is not a bad thing, but it's a little bit of juggling. On that. Rumble seems to not be what we're looking for 100% to go live on there because they also want kind of an exclusivity. Tom's saying Twitch, though. All right. I'll have to do more.
I miss doing Twitch. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
The gaming and cigars together was a great combo. I'm not going to lie. I do love that. But I'm not good at video games. So you're just going to see me get angry at a screen quite often.
What it's all about.
I think so. It's that or pretty girls playing video games. I'm not against either of those things. And there are quite a few good players out there who are doing their thing. That might be a deep dive for one of these days, just like we did the clip show the other day. So thank you for those who joined us Saturday when we did the draft. And we watched some very obscure sports. I believe we had the arm wrestling MMA playing on that one, which is one of my absolute favorite friggin' things. Rumble does good for downloaded replay. Facebook and YouTube are where I get most live. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm saying too right there. The fact that I can have it uploaded afterwards to Rumble I think is a huge help. I need to start uploading directly to because if something happens to Facebook or to the YouTube channel, I think Rumble loses those videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel, because I don't want to have it disappear once Facebook or YouTube realize what's going on, because that's what they do. They like to just shut people down randomly, and then Rumble lose everything as well. So Rumble is a lot more forgiving for content such as ourselves versus Meta or YouTube. Google and Meta are not as friendly to fire and smoke.
Real quick, Mike, give us another rundown real quick. You guys, we are both smoking the League of Assassins. Give us a rundown of what we're smoking.
Oh, absolutely. The League of Assassins being our more mild offering. It is a Sumatra wrapper over a Dominican binder. Dominican, African Cameroons, actual African Cameroon. and U.S. Pennsylvania Ligero fillers. 3 countries, one amazing wrapper over that. You cannot want for a better Sumatra, I think. It is absolutely phenomenal stuff. And I know it's very biased to say, it's very difficult to toot our horn that way.
Mhm.
But if you've tried it, you will know what we're talking about. And I love that packaging right there. Those assassins, you just can't ask for more, right? I absolutely love this. Comes in the 5 packs. They are 40 for a pack plus shipping. But right now, guys, if you'd like to get a hold of that 5 pack or trust the process, Lucky You and the Echo and Los Calles, you get all 4 packs for 100 shipped your way, all right? Definitely try it out. You will not be disappointed. And you'll have a couple to share with buddies if you are so inclined. Or keep them for yourself. Age them a little bit. Fill that humidor up. It is a good deal right there. It's $5 a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong. Whew. Smoking well. How's it smoking for you right now?
Fantastic. Nice solid burn. I am smoking the Gordo size. I don't know what size you were smoking, Mike.
Oh, same. I came out of the same pack.
So
Yeah.
it's a 6x60 on this one, you guys. And it is smoking like a champ. Tons of smoke output. It's chugging along there at the foot as well. Sweetness, earthiness. And I'm pairing it today with a coffee, you guys.
Good call. Good call. Tequila for myself. This is Kirkland tequila. Wonderful stuff. Cannot go wrong. Just talking about the Kirkland brand today at work, actually, and how they are a superior company-owned brand or a store-owned brand.
We have to definitely do a versus with Trader Joe's.
Oh, look.
I don't think Trader Joe's is as big, but it's definitely a popular place, and they make their own spirits.
Oh, yeah.
So I would really like to get a hold of a bottle of something that they both make. Doesn't have to be tequila necessarily.
Like a bourbon.
Maybe a bourbon, yeah. So that way we can have some guys here at the club try it out.
I
See what they think.
want to say they both have a Canadian whiskey, which would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think, and this is another, I think right here, guys, that Trader Joe's gets theirs in smaller quantities. Maybe. So at one point they'll have their tequila, and then next month or the month after they might have something different, a new rum offering, and not have that tequila.
Yeah.
So Kirkland being, nation or international, they have that opportunity to continue to put in order. So the tequila you get this month will be the tequila you get in a couple of months, and the quality will always be there. In fact, there was a video I was watching on YouTube, a little short about Kirkland's operating system, and they make a deal with whatever company they do to make sure the quality is on par with whatever brand that they are buying from. So if you are buying the Kirkland batteries, they are Duracell batteries, which is a not well kept secret, but it's supposed to be, a little hush hush. They are as good or not better than Duracell's batteries, just in their own packaging. Same goes for their vodka.
Copper top.
Yep. They have a titanium, which is actually non-conductive, so it makes it very difficult. Right. But they didn't realize that at the time. So there were some very useless batteries. That'd be hilarious. We did rubber top so they wouldn't deteriorate faster, but then no one can use them. Whew, spoke it well. Now, as you notice, Frankie's might be a little less in than mine is. I actually started mine about an hour before the show started. So what are we at? Almost 29 minutes. I'm actually sitting at about an hour and a half smoke time so far, and through the amount of puffing I'm doing and a little retouch because I keep talking too much, it's probably going to last a good 2 hours. So I think that's a pretty decent 6x60 at 2 hour mark. I don't think you're going to go wrong with that. I think you'll be happy with the smoke time, smoke output, and the usual burn when I'm not just gassing it up. I'm going to need you to talk for a second while I'm just being ridiculous.
So I had a press release sent to us earlier today, which I released on Instagram and Facebook. You guys are fans of Plasencia Cigars. They're teaming up with, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I forgot his name. He's a musician. He's an R&B guy, I believe he is. And apparently he was founded by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
What?
Yeah, they were the ones that found him. It's October something is his name. But yeah, so they're having a number of events where it's sip, smoke, and song. So if you guys want to hear about that, if you guys are into Plasencia Cigars and you guys want a chance to go to the event, make sure that you guys go over to PlasenciaCigars.com and check them out, see if they're in your area. I think they're all on the East Coast. So a little difficult for us. October London.
October London. That's an interesting name. I don't think I'm very familiar, but I want to be now.
Mhm.
And when I first saw that, October London, I thought it was an event in London
In October?
in October. So it pays to read, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. It pays to read. Speaking of which, I just got through the book Blitzed.
Yes, Tom. October London. That's his name.
October London. Yes. The book Blitzed, which is about World War II history and the chemical additives given to soldiers in order to have them fight the biggest war we've ever seen.
Like drugs?
Methamphetamines, to be specific. Germany, knowing that a lot of the natural resources they would need to fight the entire world, that was the plan. That's what Hitler wanted. Needed to synthesize things, starting with rubber and other natural resources. So they were leading the world in that. And then they realized, well, we're still outnumbered. I think a 1.5 to 1 man, even on our best day versus what we're looking for. So they need to fight like they're 3-on-1. So we need to make sure they can move nonstop for 2 to 3 days at a time. Well, they're already having some good luck with, cocaine as far as local anesthetic and whatnot.
Right.
And then they started making certain pet pills, and it turns out it's just basically meth. And that definitely worked in the beginning. But when things started going the back heel, you are just creating very sick men. Not cool.
Not trying to like say I agree with or anything, but I wonder if there is an amount that you'd be able to give someone to keep them going, but not get them so addicted they have withdrawals like right away. Like this daily dosage, like a little bit like, oh, we made into this little dropper thing, and you take 2 drops every morning with your breakfast for your vitamin.
But they did have vitamin shots, and they did have what's the word I'm looking for? Hormones from animal carcasses, from rendered out of the liver and stuff. In fact, when they invaded Ukraine and the infrastructure being completely gone, Hitler's personal doctor Dr. Morale, which kept confusing me because every time they said his name in the book, they said Hitler needed morale. And I was like, I guess everyone needs morale. Wait, no, that's the doctor's name again. Damn it, that's so stupid. He took over all of the factories and all of the viscera of Ukraine to the point where viscera is the excrements from animals, like the bone. No, the bones and the organs and stuff, so he could synthesize his drugs. He had so much quantity that whatever he couldn't use, he would just have destroyed. So his competitors are going to get a hold of it.
Oh, damn.
And at one point, they were just handing him the companies because they're like, well, no one else is going to run it right now. And, you talk to the boss directly. He said, it's go. So whatever you want, you're going to get. So badly that at one point, they weren't getting stuff to the front line in Russia because he was using all the trains to move his stuff.
Wow.
So in a very real way, the doctor who was keeping what's his name running, who kept Mussolini in the war, because he was also one of his patients, was hindering the war effort. It's a very interesting book.
What's that like to go through history, being a doctor for someone evil?
Well, I mean, he's still a doctor, and he wasn't doing a good job.
I don't know if you know the story or not. You guys, when we went to private school back in Ventura, you're usually with the same 25 to 30 kids for like
9 years. Yeah.
And I had a girl in my class named Jessica, and whose little brother was in your class. Tyler Taylor Cooper.
Oh, the Coopers. Yeah. She's a guy now.
Anyways, I remember one year for show and tell, she brought a representation on the doctor that helped John Wilkes Booth after he broke his ankle jumping from the Fort Theater. And it turns out that that doctor was their great uncle. So that's kind of like
that connection, like he helped a bad man.
Yeah. So he didn't know what he had done.
But he still helped him.
I believe. I just remember he went to the doctor helped him.
Fair enough. I mean, but I think he should have helped him either way. He's a doctor. You're taking an oath for that. I don't know if it was back then or not. But yeah. I mean, there is a well-documented case And actually, this comes from true crime because the guy who defended John Wayne Gacy wrote a book called "Defending a Monster."
Yeah.
And the opening, what do you call that?
Prologue?
The prologue was talking about John Hancock. He was a lawyer, or no, not John Hancock. Excuse me. Our second president,
Jeff Adams.
Adams, John Adams. John Adams is a lawyer, very good one, and he actually defended the men who conducted or who participated in the Boston Massacre.
Mm.
The soldiers that were, in their words, saying that they were just defending themselves against an unruly crowd, shooting into the people of Boston. Right. He's like, well, you know what? They're in what is going to be our country. We're going to have rule of law here. They have to have representation.
Now,
and he took that case.
Not to get all historical, but what I remember about the Boston Massacre when I was in school was there was a handful of British soldiers.
Yep.
And they were getting pelted with rocks and food and oyster shells or some sort of shells.
Stuff you don't want thrown at you.
Yeah. I would have given the order to retreat, not shoot people.
Well, I mean, if you're scared and you're outnumbered, bad things happen. Probably shouldn't have done it because none of them lived.
Right.
Obviously, I mean, even with the trial, I don't think they made it out. But either way, they went to court. They were taken the same way anyone else would be if you commit a crime like that. They needed a lawyer, and he did it. I think defending people or helping them doesn't make you a bad person.
No, you're doing your job.
You're doing your job at that point.
That's why, like, our buddy.
Oh my gosh. Our lawyer. God dang
Jerry.
it. No, not Jerry. Dang it, what was his name? I still have to watch the documentary that the Napoleon documentary he recommended.
The movie was horrible.
It was very bad. We can go on that another. Actually, we're doing a history thing right now, basically. So don't watch Joaquin Phoenix's Napoleon.
I like Joaquin Phoenix, but Napoleon and Joker, I thought were horrible.
And the director, Beau is Afraid, is an insane movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I haven't even finished it, and I'm saying watch it. I was on the plane to Texas, and I was already running out of time, and there was still like another 30, 40 minutes to go. That movie will blow your mind, and you have to be a little bit into art films to really like sit down and appreciate it. But if you can muster up that courage, oh my God, that is a great movie. Beau is Afraid is out of this world good. That is better than a lot of other things Joaquin Phoenix has done.
But my point being was that he only took capital murder cases where the death penalty was on the table.
Yeah.
Not because he enjoyed it, but because there were so few people that would take them here in California. He's like, I'll do it. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to stand up for these guys, even though they're probably horrible people. Someone's got to do it.
It is a job that has to be done. It's not a pleasant one. It probably wasn't an easy one because he looked tired all the time, even before he was sick. Tony, thank you.
I don't know why that's in my mind. Sorry.
But I'm glad I remembered. Thank you. Although I do like his reasoning why he was still working even up to the very end.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd still be alive at this point, so I need the money. Just honest guy who happened to just fall asleep and burn holes in couches. That's all it was. He's just a good person. Yeah. But there are those people who are necessary for humane society to continue to be somewhat humane.
Absolutely.
Daniel, amphetamines, cocaine, speed, crank, angel dust, and field medics carried heroin for injured soldiers. Yeah, all of that. They were trying to invent a pill because if they would have perfected the technology, they made these tiny submarines because they couldn't manufacture the big ones anymore. And they would just kind of throw them in the water with like 2 torpedoes. And the whole purpose was to overwhelm Allied ships coming in. So if they had their own submarines coming in, there'd be like 6 or 7 tiny ones attacking them from different directions. But they didn't have a way to position them without being seen before you hit the water. So they had to already be in the water.
Right.
So they had a bunch of soldiers underwater for like 2 weeks. And they were under their basically no connection to the outside world, just taking these pills. I forget the proper name for them, but they were basically amphetamines to stay awake and be on alert at all times. And they fought for 2 days after the war ended because they didn't know anything.
They hadn't come down yet?
Yeah, they didn't know what was going on. So it's insane what they did to these guys. And there were cases where it was, I don't want to say a good thing, but it did help. Like if you watch The Fat Electrician, that Swedish, I think it was a Swedish sniper in the snow get away from the Nazis because he took way too many at once and kept them awake for like 7 days, even after getting blown up. And he escaped. He lived, and he was fine after that. But they got a hold of a bunch of records and medical records and personal letters from people who survived the war. And they asked for these pills because they were originally over the counter in Germany before they were issued to the military itself, asking family members, hey, can you send me more of those pills? Like they would send coffee.
Right.
Because they were disconnected. They lost their colonies pretty quickly, any connection to trade from the outside. So coffee was not a thing for them anymore. The stimulants they had, like even talking about pepper. Like, I didn't even think about that. They didn't have access to pepper or vanilla during the war. So they had to think of other things to, replace these things. So chemical replacements were the choice.
Right.
So they were asking, hey, mom, dad, can you send me some more of those Go pills? I'm really tired all the time, but it'd be nice to have a couple more. Family were taking them too because that was what they had to use back home. They would have a seltzer water and put a couple droplets of the Go stuff. And if you're told it's okay, just like we had problems here in the U.S., before we really understood what the opioid crisis was going to create, you just got to go with it.
Right.
No one's real fault, on the bottom level. You're just doing what you were told was okay. Blows my mind.
No, you're 100% right. 100% right. I want to get a quick update on the score for you guys real quick.
Should be over by now, yeah?
Yeah, it should be actually.
Come on.
Did I get any more points? I did get more points. All right. I got 15.8 points.
It's good amount of points, unless he was supposed to get more than that.
15.8 or 15.3 was projected. Got 15.8.
You got a half point more?
Yep.
That's not bad. That can really mean the difference.
The 2-minute warning. Ravens are on defense and they're down by 7.
Ugh. I'd rather the Ravens win.
Me too. But long Pacheco keeps getting yards. I'm fine with it.
What is he? Running back?
Yes.
Damn it. Don't give him the ball. You need to throw it.
It's 4th and 8. So they need to get. Now they're gonna punt it.
Damn it. That doesn't help me any. Does not help me any, Chiefs. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Is anyone else in a league right now? What are you guys doing? Like, how many people are in it? What are your players? Who are you going up against? What are your goals with it? You planning on taking it? You winning? Or is it, I'll do as best I can, which is this guy's strategy. I'm just going to do as best I can right now and hope for the best. I don't even want to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. Nope. I'm going to wait till after the show. Oh, I want to. I'm not going to want to, though. Nader, Brian, Gabriel, thank you guys for joining us. Again, tequila, League of Assassins, great combo.
I went with coffee, but still a good combo depending on what your guys' beverage choices.
Oh, yeah. Either way, you're not going to be disappointed, I don't think. I think I could have just went the regular Diet Coke route, been usually doing pairing with everything. I think everyone's got that base pairing, which is not even really a pairing. It's just something to drink while you're smoking. So does mine. Diet Coke.
Mine too.
Yeah, right?
Diet Coke, yep.
It just
be Rockstar, but doctor said no more.
Good.
He said, "How are you not dead? Your heart is about to beat out of your chest."
And you're like, "Oh, that's probably not good."
I was like, "Oh, dang, slow down. I better do more."
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta say, I hadn't had an energy drink in almost 2 years at that point when we were riding to Vegas. But I remember we had worked the night before, and we're leaving super early in the morning.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was telling you, I was like, Mike, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it, dude. I'm falling asleep. He's like, well, just get an energy drink. I was like, I haven't had one in years. But I got one. I ended up getting a NOS because I think for some reason either Rockstars are warm or they didn't have any Rockstars.
Something like that. Something weird. Yeah.
So I went with a NOS. And prior to this, you guys, when I was drinking energy drinks, it was not for the energy. It was just because I like the flavors. I'd get the buy 3 for $5 deal and drink them all day long.
It's a good deal at the time.
Morning, noon, and night. I did not care. I would be drinking Rockstar. So at this point, I hadn't had them in like 2 years. I took a few drinks of that NOS, and I was wide awake. For the first time in a extremely long time, I felt the caffeine kick in.
I wonder how long it would be that I need to not drink coffee for that to work. I drink coffee on the regular. I probably have like 4 cups a day at work at least, some at night here usually, or just at home. Go on my walks. Oh, go to the gas. I'll grab a cup of coffee and keep walking. Caffeine is my favorite drug of choice, right? I don't care what anyone says. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I've seen people go through caffeine withdrawals.
Dude, that was a weird thing. They told me to stop drinking soda when I joined the military, and I did. And you know me, I drank a lot of soda for that, and I did not feel any kind of caffeine withdrawals.
You just don't need it.
Maybe
it doesn't always can affect everybody.
I didn't get any headaches. I wasn't feeling sick. Nothing.
I mean, look at what is his name? David Bowie. He was super into cocaine for a very long time, and then one day with the new wife, he's like, "Well, okay, I guess I don't need it," and he was just done. I don't think he ever went to a rehab or any period where he didn't make music. It wasn't as good at some periods of time, but he was always constantly making something. I think he had something like 20 albums out.
Wow.
And there was a period of time, I think when he was married, that one new album came out either every year or every other year. And that was the time when he completely stopped with the party side of life. He's never a weed guy. He said it never made him feel good. It's gross. Like, doesn't want that. But he had other vices, and they were easily on and off for him. Some people are just like that. And I'm not saying that makes it a good thing or a bad thing, but that's just what it is.
Right.
Oh, respect. Good for you.
Much like cigars, people say, "Oh, they're addictive." They're not.
No, I've never seen anybody.
I've been sick for a week or something, and I never craved it. Even after I got better, I was like, "Oh, I need a cigar."
No, or just busy. Yes, I didn't have a cigar yesterday. I don't think so. At least I don't remember. And there's been days where I've had 8. Not even at an event, just smoking all day long.
Chilling, watching movies.
Yeah, just working, typing on the computers, whatever it might be. Just okay, I have another cigar. Going for a walk, have a cigar. It is.
I have an issue with that. The dog doesn't want to walk long enough for me to finish a cigar.
No, she doesn't.
Like, I'll light up. I'll get my backpack, get the water bottle, get her bowls, get a little bit of food, some treats, poopy bag or 2.
Yeah.
Then get the leash, and she gets all excited because she sees we're going for a walk.
Yep.
She'll go do her thing within the first 10 minutes, and then start walking back. And I'm like, bro, come on.
Like, nah, she's good. Because she's hot too. It's hot out there.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be out in the heat. I get it. She got a full-on coat.
The other day, I was outside watching the iPad. I didn't want to be stuck inside, and it was pretty warm, but I wasn't uncomfortable because of the shade.
Yeah,
so it was a little better. But I could tell she was hot, so I grabbed the fan and I put it down there. And she's laid in front of the fan.
Smart, very smart. It's funny when you see dogs just kind of splay out, or cats even splay out on tile. It's the coolest part of the house at that point. You got their underbelly just bloop right on that tile, trying to stay cool. It is got to be rough. I'm glad I am a human, and it's just the luck of the draw right there, because I couldn't handle being a dog. Seems like a rough life. No pun intended. Other than that, I don't really have much else.
Nope, that's it. You guys, hope you guys' fantasy season starts off well.
Yes.
Your football season starts off well. Don't forget this Saturday, the Longhorns playing against Michigan.
Yeah.
Longhorns are favored to win. We'll have to see. It's going to be a tough game. Good luck to them. Good luck to all your guys' teams. I told Kara good luck to her team. I saw her today.
Oh, nice.
So we will see you guys on Monday.
Monday it will be, guys. Have a good one. The post for the deal will be up. I hope you will take advantage of that. Again, we have our goal by the end of the month. We've got to reach you guys, all right? So help us out. Share it. Share this video if you can. Big shout out to our sponsors: Som, Artista, Family by Loyalty, Kiki Momo, GTO Dominican, Artesano del Tobacco, and Apostate Cigars. And, of course, a huge shout out to Sinistro and JC Newman for helping us out. But smoke some pariah tonight, guys. I'd appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.